Thank you so much, Akisa, for that discussion. Very interesting discussion. And we'll be having discussions such as those and that one in the coming days just to unravel what this presidency is going to be like. For now, though, I want us to go straight into the guest anchor segment. I'm seeing quite a number of tweets. People are excited. Ladies and gentlemen, Sheila Mwanyigha, great to have you.
It's so good to finally meet you and to see you and to be here.
Too.
I'm the one who's making all the noise in the back. So if anybody was watching and hearing,
yeah, that's Sheila.
That was me.
Sheila Mwanyigha, media personality. She's been in this industry for 15 years.
Who's been counting?
Well, I've been researching.
Okay, you've definitely done your homework.
So you know what I want us to do, Sheila?
Sure.
Before we start, I want to give you the opportunity to be the right guest anchor, to do it right from the get-go. Okay. So I want you to look into this camera,
this one right here,
and just reintroduce this show.
All right.
Yeah.
Good evening, Kenya. We do hope you're well and have had a beautiful week. Welcome to KTN Friday Briefing with Betty Kyalo and Sheila Mwanyigha.
Oh my God.
How's that?
I think at this point I should just hand things over. Like, this is where I sit.
No,
this is my iPad. Here you are. Just take over.
I want to sit with you.
You sound so good.
No, you're so good to me. Please keep talking.
Who's interviewing who, Sheila?
No, actually, Betty.
Tell us.
There's a lot that's been said about you over the past few months. I bet everybody has been dying to ask the question.
Tell me about it.
So, darling, what would you like to say? The words.
The words.
The tweets.
The tweets.
The comments.
Okay, can we be serious, Sheila?
Okay, serious.
I see where this is going south.
No, it will go south.
So let's talk about Sheila Mwanyigha, yeah?
Okay.
And you know, I used to listen to you when I don't want to say growing up because I don't want to allude to you.
No, I'm young forever.
You're young forever, and I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I used to listen to you, and when I used to go to university, every day on my way to university, and I used to she has such an amazing voice. At what point did you decide, okay, you know what, I want to do this? Is it someone who told you like, whoa, Sheila, you have an amazing voice, you gotta try this?
No. Radio found me. I didn't look for it. And I always believe if God sent you to do something somewhere, it doesn't matter where you go and how you hide and what you do. Eventually, you will find that place where you're supposed to be.
Right.
I started out singing, and I went to sing just so that I could finish my university.
How is that?
I was at the University of Nairobi, and I was on the HELB loans. But then the HELB...
Just like me.
Everybody was on HELB.
Yeah.
And so they said to me, we can't keep funding you because your parents are police officers.
Okay.
Both of them are alive, so we can't give you this funding.
Yeah.
You've got to go figure it out for yourself.
Okay.
And I was thinking, I'm in my, third year?
Yeah.
I can't be dropping out now, so what is in my hands? And I thought, I can sing, I can record commercials, and so I went to look for the Ted Josiahs and the David Murathis at the time, just so that I could find paid-for work as a background singer or a commercial, voice-over artist.
Yeah.
And from there, it just sort of picked up, and then one afternoon, Caroline was at Capital FM, and she said to me, I want to interview you about something that you've done. And so I went and we had a chat.
Right.
And afterwards, she said, there's some guys who are setting up a station, and they've just called me, and they want to speak with you. What is your plan? I just finished main campus. I did graduate, thank you very much. And I said, I want to go and teach. I want to go and learn and get my master's degree and then hopefully become a teacher.
A teacher?
Yes, I was going to become a lecturer in sociology because I love it. and so afterwards I said, well, I don't have money for this course, but if these guys are going to give me a job, maybe I can save up for it, and then I can go and become this wonderful lecturer. And KISS FM started, and this is this, and that is that, and here we are.
And here we are. And the thing is, I like that you say that, you had to make it happen. You had to make it work.
Yeah.
So you've said that you can sing.
Yes, I
will
can.
drop a line.
What do you want me to
say?
sing?
Something. Sing something.
You know now you got my number, and I got yours. You'll have to send me the funds.
I'll send you. Just give me an invoice. But
I love anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to sing this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine and yours, we're gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yes! Now you're gonna be my background singer. We'll be over here, you'll be doing
Let's
the
start a
moves.
band, a girl band.
We can start anything. And that's the truth.
That's such an amazing story, and I'm sure there are young girls who are watching and they're inspired by the fact that, you know, you were out there looking for help loans.
Yeah,
you know,
like
started from the
everybody.
bottom,
Yeah,
right?
from the bottom. With police officers, we didn't have much money. Sometimes people look at me and say, oh, I bet you don't know what it's like to go through hard times. I know what it's like to go through hard times. And that is life. You will have to go through hard times. But God's given us giftings and special talents that will create room for us. Sometimes it may not be a very big place, but it will take you from one place to the other.
Okay.
And something small goes into something bigger, but you've just got to keep going.
You just got to keep going. I like that. So one of the questions, when I said you're coming on the show, I think the day before yesterday, the one question that everybody was asking is, where has she been, you know, since your exit from radio? What have you been doing?
Well,
We know about Sheila Lives
Out Loud. And Rembesha.
Yes.
I've got a hair and beauty magazine and directory. It's a print and digital magazine that is specifically for people within the hair and beauty industry, because this is one industry that's just been left out in terms of budgets. You know, they've got smaller budgets, they don't play with a lot of money, yet they start businesses and somewhere along the way they end up closing. And it's sometimes simply because not enough people know about your brand, know about your product. And if you go to the magazines or you go to the radio stations, the costs of advertising are very high. And if you think about it, we've got big telecom companies, we've got banks, and they advertise. If you sit back and as a small business owner, the one thing I like to say to them is, if the big telecoms and the banks will still have budgets for advertising, then you too must have something aside for advertising, because there are people who need to find you, and they won't just find you because you opened here and you just here and you hope that whoever is here with you. No. You've got to talk about the good things that you've got. Advertising still works, and so Rembesha is my little baby. I thought about it, dreamt about it from 2007, and from last year we got going, and it's been 7 crazy months. But beautiful months.
And all of them, you're on the cover.
Oh yes, darling. Who says Oprah
it's like an
only
Oprah
should be on the
right there.
We can do this. I mean, you know, sometimes you look for people, and it became easier for me to do that because we did some research, and I realized, you know, there are ladies over 30 who are like, this Sheila, oh, what is she up to now? And then there are ladies who are 18 and they're like, oh, Sheila. Ooh. So let's check. And then, you know, sometimes finding the proper celebrities. Now you know you're my new best friend.
Oh,
so
really?
maybe you'll be on the next cover.
Maybe. We'll see. Gosh, but can I really, I don't know. We'll see.
No, but then finding people also at short notice and booking in advance became a bit tricky. So we said, let's just go with what we know for now. And then we can expand to covers with the Bettys and the Julies.
Oh, all right.
Very
Lovely.
possible.
So let's talk also about Sheila Lives Out Loud.
Yes.
What is that concept all about, and why did you also decide to, start doing these videos? I mean, you've been on TV, you're such a sensation. So,
wow.
So
just listening to you describe me, I'm thinking, who's that girl?
It's you, Sheila. So how did you end up there, and are you happy doing that?
I'm extremely happy. It was a trip to Estonia earlier last year that helped me understand that what we're doing with the internet, with social media as Kenyans, is not enough. We can use that same platform. In as much as we like to send the jokes and
the memes,
you know, someone tells somebody something because it needs to be done now. And that's fun. But then we can create businesses. We can go beyond entertaining or venting or letting out our frustrations on people or circumstances or situations. How about we tell stories that mainstream media will not pick up? And what I'm so happy, God sends me these stories.
Really?
Yes, He does. I know that sounds, you know, like
no, I mean,
some
if He does.
now.
No, if He does, He
beats
does.
the drum a little bit.
Or the smoke and stuff.
Yeah, there's a story coming. No. But I'm telling you, this is the truth. In every recording when we sit down, if you look at the people who show up for the recordings of Sheila Lives Out Loud, these are people who I didn't purposely set out to look for. the call is put out on social media, and the people who respond and the things that they put on the table, it's beyond me.
Right.
I couldn't make it happen. I couldn't plan for it. And I know it's a bigger hand that's directing and guiding these people to come to the show.
So wait, so is it just anybody who can come on the show? Is there a particular criteria that you use?
Well, the show is based on 3 pillars: live, love, grow. People who are living amazing lives in extraordinary circumstances. It's not about the money. It's just a life story that you listen to and you think, oh, wow. It teaches you something from that life story. And then it's love. One of the things I loved doing when I used to work on radio was, talk about love. Talk about relationships.
And you'd play the R&B
and then I'd
music.
play you the really good songs.
I know, with Joe Thomas and Good Girls.
Yeah.
I remember.
Fun times.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll make it happen. Who knows?
That's where I'm coming to right now.
And then the last pillar is grow. People who are going to teach you something. It could be a place you've never been to. It could be the art of finance, something that you never thought about or paid attention to, but just somebody who's going to teach you and school you about something that you never knew. And so based on those 3 pillars, the guests revolve around that. And I love that so many of the guests...
So it's not just celebrities like Sheila Mwanyigha?
No. In fact, I can count how many celebrities we've had on the show. We've had Amani, and we've had Hart and Webby. The rest have all been real-life stories. There's a man... Kenyan stories told from... we all have something to share and put on the table. And mainstream media, sometimes, because the bigger stories, the bigger events that are happening around the world. Yes. But other than that, they're stories that we should be listening to as Kenyans. They're stories we should be telling our children, because this is what life is. Life isn't just about pretty pictures on Instagram and the tweet. No. Real life is that at some point you are going to need dialysis. Your kidneys will stop working. Then your brother is going to donate a kidney. And what's that like? What does that dynamic mean for the family? Real life is you're going to be a young girl. You'll move to the city and you'll fall in love with a boy. And you find out he's married and you're pregnant and he disowns you and abandons you. And here you are pregnant with a baby on the way, and you're living on the streets of Nairobi. These are real stories.
And are you likely to put that on TV? Because, the content sounds really, really good.
Well, again, it's as directed. It's no longer... It has my name on it, but it's really the phase of my life where I am. It's about living out loud. It's about saying, this is the lot that I have been given, and this is the best thing that I'm going to do with this life. If it is going to move to television, so be it. But for now, there's this wonderful place called the internet, where you watch what you want, when you want, how you want.
For as long as you want.
Exactly, because in every story, there's other things you pick up as you listen. And so I'm just so excited about this phase.
I can tell.
And I hope you have subscribed.
I have. I did that.
Did you click on notifications?
I did.
You are my new best friend forever.
So let's also talk about radio. Will you ever go back? We miss you.
I miss...
You do miss it?
I miss radio. It's one of those places where every day is not the same. And one of my biggest mentors, Phil Matthews, used to say to me, you're going to say the same thing over and over. Not just for a month, for years. Because the politicians will still lie. The drama's still going to happen. Men and women are still going to cheat in relationships. It's nothing new. But it's just the context. It's just the people who you will interact with on the radio that makes it new, that makes it exciting, that makes it fun, that makes you think, hey, you mean it can go like this?
So what do you miss most about being on radio?
The callers, the people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mike, I had the best. You were one of my.
I was
listeners.
one of the listeners, by the way. Only that I used to call, but you'd never go through.
No, it would be a little
just like there waiting, like, wow, Sheila, please pick up mine. But nothing.
Don't worry. Now we're friends.
Now we're friends.
Now afterwards,
moving forward.
Okay. But really, I miss the callers. I remember one woman. I think the Mexican soaps had just started and they were everywhere. And so she calls me and she says, Sheila, I need you to hook me up with a Mexican. And I'm like, what do you mean? A Mexican? So she said, yeah. And so where are they? Wako to everywhere.
Everywhere.
See, after ukun inje nation, enter to simame and get me a Mexican. I mean, I miss those
Yeah, the
colors.
colours.
They used to make me happy.
Yeah.
They teach me things. I would cry. I think with radio, you work a lot more with what you're saying.
Right.
And with what's going on in your mind. Radio is so connection-based because you don't see this person talking.
Somebody.
And it's just about what they're saying to you and how they present it to you. So that is my first love. I love.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yes, ma'am.
What-
Sorry. Yes, best friend.
So this year,
Hey.
what is Sheila going to be? I mean, you have Rembesha, which is really doing well. I've been
Thank
following
you.
up.
Yay.
Yeah.
And we're coming to see you. That's not our place.
And then you also, of course, have Sheila Lives Out Loud.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you're putting your efforts or your work in?
Yes, there is. A couple of years ago, I went back to school for my master's,
Wow.
and I graduated. I've got a MA in medical
Wow. Hey,
sociology.
salute.
Don't let this kid face
Goals.
fool you. We got brains. Got a lot happening.
Oh, really? That's
no,
amazing.
But, what do you mean? Oh, really? Hello.
Wait, just answer the question.
I'm just kidding. No, but so afterwards, the work that I did, it was, published in the International Journal of Social Sciences. Yes, my thesis.
But do you say?
No, it's the
truth. Okay,
story.
so it's the
So
truth.
now there's a
Yeah.
German press, a university publishing house that has picked up the thesis and is making it into a book. So I'm looking into that
wow.
and working on, you never stop learning.
That's
and even after
amazing.
you print things, you still go back to your work and start saying, okay, how do we make this into a book? So I'm currently working together with my supervisor
All right.
on getting the book published. And in case you were wondering what was the thesis is the socialization on sexuality of
Wow.
Kenyan urban youth by FM radio stations. I just kept thinking, this
What informed that?
It came from, we have a society, when it comes to matters sexuality, discussing these things is very difficult. You'll find a lot of parents will not sit down with their kids to tell them what is and what is not.
Right.
And so kids are learning from other sources. But in the same breath, we've got people complaining about certain shows and saying they're too heavily sexual. So it was just saying, go back to the youth who are really the biggest listeners of radio. What do you want to hear? What are you hearing? What do you agree with? When do you want to hear certain things? What things do you want to hear more of? What do you want to hear less of? That's what that thesis was all about.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be a book.
And it's going to be a book. If you're going to go back to school and it's in line with, I love everything connects with each other because just a few weeks ago I was in Germany with a team from the Ministry of Education, including the CS of Education. And it was simply about saying, as Kenyans, our system needs to change. We need to stop creating and having degrees that don't work for us. So you'll find people who've got degrees, but you're not doing what you studied.
Right.
But when I look at the body of work and what
and
I've been
talk
able
about
to
that.
create,
Yeah.
it's relevant to me. Every course that I took, even the writing, is all relevant to a career in media and saying, if I'm ever going to go back to radio, I already know, watch out for this, watch out for
Right.
this. Add more of this and you're going to be successful with this kind of audience. And so it's just saying, read, learn, understand, attack. And I think I just forgot what the question was. But you still
No,
love
it's
me.
fine. It's fine. It's about what the thesis is all about.
Okay.
So now, of course, I can't let you go without asking.
What, is
so,
it time to go
is
already?
it- no, wait.
I
chill.
don't want to go. I'm not going.
No, we're not yet done. I want you to read the
okay.
news. I know I know you're gonna ace it.
Yeah,
So it's just like
is there a
It's
prize
just that
for
you
it?
have to do it, but she'll be so good at it.
Please
I'll
start
feel like I
giving
need
prizes.
to hand my job over to you.
No, you cannot. You must not. You do a
So as we
wonderful
walk,
job.
let's walk to the news.
Oh,
desk.
Yanni, there's a catwalk situation. How? Okay.
At your
walking.
pace, at your pace.
At my pace, please.
At your pace,
Not
yeah.
too tight. No, don't come too
easy,
close to the
easy,
Madundes.
not too close, not too close.
Okay.
And I love your neck piece. It's amazing.
Oh, can I now say the shout-out situation? This is by Niku
Do you have some
Chana.
lawyer blood? Because, we like to...
You've got a lawyer
to give-
situation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, these stories are going to happen later on.
I'll tell
but
you
this,
at 10:30 when we... Huh?
Yeah,
This
10:30
is
we're on.
beautiful.
It's done by a designer. He's called Niku Chana.
Okay.
Niku Chana
Lovely.
Singh.
It's
And it's his
beautiful.
birthday.
It's happy birthday, Nikuchana.
Happy birthday, Niku. Thank you so very
She's gonna
much.
take over my show. I see
no,
that.
no,
Like,
I'm not
wow.
gonna.
Can I
Please.
just go home
Just-
right now?
Help
Okay,
me.
there.
Help Sheila.
Okay, all right.
Those
There we
this
go.
chair. Can we get some Madunde-friendly chairs?
Sheila.
Something,
So meanwhile,
anything.
back at the
Help a
ranch,
girl.
are you dating?
Huh?
Back at the ranch.
These are the stories for
I was
10:30.
just wondering, I'm sure. Are you saying somebody so that, you know?
No comprende, please, señorita. Ay, papito.
So?
What, dating? Dating is a very difficult thing to do.
It is.
Hi, I like your hair.
Okay, so we'll go back to that question later on. But for now, let her do what she's
Okay, so
what she knows how to do best. Yeah. So now you know how this thing goes, right? But then, so there is the story. You can say the auto cue clearly.
Yeah.
Perfect. So then you don't even need this backup.
Oh, so this is the back. Why did you just tell me? Look at the screen.
Yeah, you know, manual backup, electronic manual backup.
My new best friend. Oh.
So you introduce
so
yourself.
Difficult. Why?
And then just try. All right. So introduce yourself and take it away.
What? So complete with the KTN Friday briefing?
Everything. You can say
works.
the back is the KTN Friday briefing.
And I say hi to my mom. Hi, Mama. I love you. She's watching.
I've met her before. She's
You
a
have?
nice. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Did she buy you?
She didn't buy me anything.
Sodas?
She didn't.
No. Okay, she will. Okay. Hello, everybody. I swear this news bulletin is going to be the
You
best.
just get
Okay,
to
fine.
it.
Good evening and welcome to KTN, the Friday briefing. My name is Sheila Mwanyigha with Betty Kyala, who's taking pictures. This is my good side. Okay, sorry, and the news continues. Do you see why I could not do this TV news anchoring?
By the way,
It's more than looks. It's
can
about
you-
reading the situation.
my director is saying, "Can we just?"
Okay, can we just read it?
Can we
Hi,
just-
director. Hi. Okay. Now, the ceremony that ushered in Donald Trump as president was perhaps a more precise affair than what is often witnessed in many countries. But did you know that it was preceded by rather chaotic scenes of violence? And yes, police had to engage in running battles with the not-so-happy protesters. Sounds familiar? Take a look.